Don't fade me, bro. This is the WeWin Sports Podcast.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the WeWin Sports Podcast. It's Masters time. Personally, I watch the Masters coverage 4 hours a day. I also enjoy betting golf. I lost money 12 years in a row betting golf, but I won it all back in 2024. Thank you, Scotty Scheffler and Xander Schauffele. I hit some 10K bets, some 50. It was a really nice year for me last year. Today, we'll give you our 30-second rants. We'll give you our 2 best bets of the week. But first, let's come in hot with a Brandon Cantu rant. Brandon, go.
Oh, thank God we are done with college basketball season, the worst tournament in history. Now we get to focus on all the people that don't want to be there, that are overpaid in the NBA, that are going to cry. I can't wait to see what the Clippers do for the playoff run. What I'm going to be most focused on, what will Kawhi Leonard's excuses be to miss playoff games? Will it be his infamous quad that always seems to go out, that just he misses years? Will it be a lightly sprained ankle? Will it be the load management excuse? He needs some time off in the playoffs? Or will it be my favorite, where he had to miss the full season of the playoffs? His sister got incarcerated for life, so he couldn't play the rest of the playoffs, and he sat out. That was my favorite.
Or will they win the West? Or will they win the West?
First, Mikey, give us your rant.
My rant is on everybody that made fun of me after week 1 of the NCAA tournament when I picked like 18% winners. I then proceeded to pick 3 of the top 4 in the final 4, including the winner. And I ended up getting 3rd in my group contest, which got me my money back, the $5,000 entry fee, because we paid 3 spots. And I think it was just all the people that ripped on our boy Allen when he had a terrible first week in the NCAA tournament. And he ends up coming through and picking 3 of the top 4 with the winner. And he had 40-1. He didn't lay anything off. So congrats to my boy Alan Boston for
good job, Alan,
having that 40-1 on Florida. And the tournament, which Cantu didn't think was really good. I thought the final 4 every game was amazing. I don't know what he was watching, but yeah, good tournament.
Okay, Woodley, you got a rant for us.
Yeah, the tournament was ass from beginning to end. I think the only good game was that Duke game, but they blew it.
That was a
Duke
good game.
Duke has to be kicking themselves. They would have won last night by 30 fucking points. That game last night, I said it. I'm just like, I'm so glad college basketball is over, and I'm so glad I don't have to pay attention for like 11 months and like 5 days, because man, that shit was brutal. That second half, you would think that in this epic 12-point comeback, 3rd biggest comeback of all time in like Final Four history, or championship game history, you think there'd be like moments. There's no moments to remember there. There was like one shot I remember the Florida guy hitting to tie the game. Everything else, the entire fucking second half was foul, 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 make 1 and 2 free throws, make 2 of 2 free throws, foul, 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 foul. Florida, in all, they had that big comeback. They made 4 shots in the last 10 minutes of the game. No team made a shot in the
How
last
many
2 minutes and
Houston
50
make?
seconds.
Like 2?
Houston made 0. Houston, their last 4 possessions didn't get a single shot off. And then you're at the end of the game, right? Like what could be this exciting moment? Like Houston has a chance to tie it or go for the win. Apparently they were going to try to go for the win, which dumb. 20 seconds, they dick around there. They have no one near the basket. This is the best offensive rebounding team in college basketball, and they put no one there. And they look like a bunch of fucking 3rd graders out there, like tripping over their own dicks.
I agree.
And they don't even get a fucking shot off. Like that's the worst I don't care who you are. That's a fucking terrible ending. I'd rather see an exciting game down the stretch where, they hit even if they shoot it and miss it and they foul it and the guy goes for 2 and he makes 2 free throws, a million times better. Florida could win that by 6 points. Miss shot, foul, but to not even get a shot off, that's so anticlimactic. The whole thing is broken.
Woodley, thank you for your 30-second rant. Oh, you want to continue?
No, it's bullshit.
All right, keep going. I mean, please. Okay,
No,
I just want to say this.
Fire.
There was a
We're kicking over-
memorable moment, Woodley. How
What
about
was the memorable moment?
the last? I'm always going to remember the guy going up for the shot, And here comes the superstar Clayton, ready to block it, and he has to throw the ball down at the ground, which was a really smart play not to pick it up. I thought that was great. I liked the final 4 games, but I'm not going to rant. I'm going to go right to Wiley. Wiley, who's going to have an intro later. You got a rant for us.
Yeah. Speaking of college basketball, I live, and my office is 3 blocks from Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. Right? I'm not from here, but I have to deal with delusional Kentucky fans every year in, year out. This is our year. It's so tiresome. Sweet 16 is like a ceiling for us now, but it's still not good enough. They run Calipari out of town, who gave us the best 10 years ever, and now we got to deal with this. So I'm so glad college basketball is finished, because basketball as a sport sucks. But now we're on to the Masters this week. You want delusional people. We were talking about this before the start of this show, but you get the most delusional bettors in the history of the United States. Only worse is the Derby, betting on players who will just never win. Like Tommy Fleetwood bettors need to be institutionalized this week. But they'll still bet on him. They'll still bet on Tommy Fleetwood to win, who's never won a tournament, never on tour.
Phil Mickelson's only 11-1.
Let him finish, Mike.
Or Phil, or Fred Couples, or Joaquin Neiman, or all of these idiots who have not won either 4 years, or Tommy Fleetwood has never won. But people will put American dollars on Tommy Fleetwood to win the Masters.
And British pounds.
I can win this tournament. And they're betting the whole board.
Okay, hold on.
Kentucky fans. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, hold on, guys. All right, listen. I'm going to make a few intros, okay? Everybody's done a rant. David Woodley started Speed Survivor. I invested $100,000 in Woodley as CEO and founder. Go, Woodley, go. Website is speedsurvivor.com. Woodley has great knowledge and sharp takes. Brandon Cantu is a 2-time World Series of Poker winner and has a World Poker Tour title as well. Cantu always has some well-thought-out takes. Mike, the mouth Matusow, what can you say? 4-time World Series of Poker winner. Mikey knows sports, studies sports, and watches more games than all of us combined. Woodley, would you please intro our esteemed guest?
Yeah, I am pleased to introduce Matt Wiley, who I consider a friend these days. I don't know if it's reciprocal from his end, but I'll call him my friend.
You're a friend?
Wow. Wiley is
amazing.
No, I'm saying he's my friend. I don't know if he considers me
Woodley,
his
do you
friend.
remember when I warned you to write down your introduction so you wouldn't meander and look bad?
I got it right here. I got it right here.
I don't know if he's my friend or not. Let's talk about that.
Wiley.
The fuck?
No, Wiley's one of the best DFS players in the world, like going way back, one of like the OGs. I mean, he's won millions on DFS. That's probably how most people know him. Really sharp golf handicapper. He has like a million shows. I feel like he's doing like a live show on golf like every other day. And he's also CEO of Run Pure Sports, which are worth checking out. And he also owns some horses, and I'm a partial owner in one of them, Betamont, who was originally going to race this weekend, but the storms did it. But anyways, Wiley's great.
So give us Wiley's like a great website for him to go to. Woodley or Wiley, why don't you tell us?
His partner on Run Pure Sports.
Who's that?
TD44. What's his name?
Big T?
Big T. Yeah.
Big Tony Niels. Yeah. Also
I like
in Kentucky,
him a lot,
one of the
man.
greatest
He's
guys
a
in
big
Earth.
guy, man.
Yeah, you guys know Big T. All of you poker guys know Big T too. Like
He's
Josh
a big guy.
Area and all those guys. They all follow us. So www.runpuresports.com. That's who.
Love it. Okay, Wiley, I'm going to start, but I'm coming to you number 2 here, okay? Because I'm really ready. I love golf, and so I watch a lot of it, and so I'm going to come hot with my number 1 pick. I'm going to pick Morikawa right now at 18-1 at DraftKings. We don't argue about odds because Mike will say it's 16-1 over here, and we'll waste 2 minutes arguing. It's 18-1 right now at DraftKings. Morikawa also the top 10 is plus $1.50. Now, Morikawa had a top 10 in each of the last 3 years of the Masters, including a tie for third last year. He was in form about a month or two ago. He blew a couple of leads, but I like Morikawa, top 10 plus $1.50. I like him at 18-1, and I'm just going to break form a little bit here and give you all my picks at once. My other pick that I really like, I'm going to bet Scheffler at I think you can get him 4.5 to 1. So those are my kind of picks. I'm going to bet Morikawa, probably a decent size bet at $1.50. I'll probably bet a fair amount on Scheffler. And the 18-1, I'm going to sprinkle some on there. Okay, so I love the Masters. It's fun. Now, first of all, Wiley, what do you think of my picks? We're going to talk about my picks first. The other guys don't follow a lot of golf. So what do you think? And then after that, we'll talk about your picks, and anybody else can weigh in. Go ahead.
No, I love the picks. Scheffler for sure. I don't think he's beatable here. I think he's obviously, without a doubt, the greatest player in the world right now. He has a flawless game, which you need here.
Wiley, did he win 9 times last year?
Yeah, he did. And he won the Masters last year.
And a gold medal.
But where do you find 18-1? I didn't see 18-1.
It's death by cuts from Scheffler. He doesn't make mistakes. That's the thing. And a -9 winning score here, firm and fast conditions, going to be windy. He doesn't fuck up, right? And
Wiley, just hold on one second. Mike, really? I looked it up it's 18-1 at DraftKings. We are not allowed to argue about odds. We've said this 100 times.
All right.
But I'm
What is this,
it's
Morikawa?
18-1. I just looked it
No,
up.
Scotty Scheffler, you said is 18-1.
Oh, then I
Nobody
misspoke.
said that.
No, he did
no.
not say that.
Oh,
He did
okay.
not say that.
Oh, okay.
We're
I'm
the
sorry.
one.
This is why we don't waste time arguing about odds.
All
I mean, it's unbelievable. Mike calls out somebody and we just show him on the phone. Here it is. And then we're like, wow, we just wasted another couple minutes. Wiley, I want to hear what you have to say. I think I know you're one of the best. Go.
Yeah, so Scheffler all in. Obviously, he's my winner this week. Again, it's death by 1,000 cuts from Scheffler. He doesn't make mistakes. He'll grind you to the bone. He recovers from every situation. He's the best iron player in the world, best wedge player in the world, and that's what you need here. It's a second shot course, and you have to be very elite around the greens. Morikawa, Morikawa rates out in our model number 1, in my model number 1.
Really?
He does. Here's the problem with Morikawa. To win this tournament, it becomes head and heart. And all the stats go out the window. How well you play goes out the window. It becomes, do you have the head and do you have the heart to get through 4 days at the Masters and beat Scotty Scheffler? When was the last time Colin Morikawa won anything significant?
Well, he had 2 big leads earlier this year, as you know.
When was the last time he won? 2021, 4 years ago. He won the Zozo in 2023, but really it's been a 4-year drought. And then seeing his interview today really took me off Morikawa.
Oh.
Real combative, real axe to grind with the media.
That was bad. It was bad.
Bad.
But I like it when they're combative.
No, he looked like he's really just off. Now, comparatively, Xander
Golf's an
Schauffele,
emotional game.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to have your wits about you this week more so than anything. That's why I'm off Rory. He's kind of a spaz. Bryson, a spaz. So I like the picks, Phil. Just the Scheffler side.
Okay, and then let's talk briefly about. So I watch a lot of golf. So I feel like this is a little bit more in my wheelhouse. And we're talking about the McIlroy, the Irishman, and like it seems like Bob Rotella. I was watching some segments on him. Rotella's really helping him out. I really want to pick him, but I'm a little bit afraid. He has some scar tissue. I wouldn't be surprised if he broke through. Did you know it's been 11 years since McIlroy won a major? He's won everything under the sun. He's winning 4 tournaments a year. 11 years since he won a major, though. So
That's crazy.
And the reason for that is now he's a good tournament winner. He's won 2 this year. Best driver of the golf ball, perhaps ever.
yeah,
The problem with Rory is that he overthinks, unlike a Scheffler who compartmentalizes well, who doesn't overthink, extremely calm. He understands there's bigger things in play than him in golf. Rory puts an extreme amount of pressure on himself. I don't think that in any year, he's 36 now. 40-year-olds don't win majors, Masters, except for Tiger Woods. I think this year is the most pressure Rory will ever have. He's got a Scheffler who hasn't won. He's got a field that's weak. He's got live golfers who don't play. He's won twice. The spotlight's on him. I think he's going to crater again, personally.
Hey, now Woodley, you follow a little bit of golf, right, Woodley?
Yeah.
Mike doesn't follow golf, so we're going to kind of ignore his opinions. Cantu, you don't follow a lot of golf either, right?
I want to put out my picks, and then I would like
of course,
to
you want to fucking weigh in, Cantu. You watched one
and
tournament in 4 years.
No, listen, I want to give my picks, and then I was going to see what Wiley thinks of them.
Let's go with Woodley's comments because there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. I'll give my comments on those, and then I'll give my picks, which will make Wiley smile. On the Rory thing, I think the odds are like he's easy to root for, but the odds are like really short. Like he's 6-1, like right. Yeah. Rory's 6-1,
650, whatever.
Like if you want to bet a favorite, just fucking pick Scheffler at 4-1. I know the odds are short, but like it feels like the odds of Scheffler winning feels like 10 times more than Rory. So like I know that's not scientific, but it's just like if you want to roll with a favorite, like do that because I could see you rolling with Rory and he being like 5 strokes out, and you're just like pissed the whole time, right? Because you've like gotten shitty odds on it. So I mean, listen, it's hard to go against Scheffler. Morikawa, it's funny. I was like reading up a bunch on him. I'm probably gonna roll with him a lot on the fantasy side. But like that interview today was like a disaster. I mean, it wasn't like combative. It was like really, really weird. Universally, it's very weird in this day of age for like everyone to be on like the same side. But I didn't see anyone say anything other than like, wow, Morikawa was like I mean, every word under the sun that was not positive. But I kind of like him for like top 5 and stuff. So I'll look at that. But he's obviously a good golfer. My pick it's interesting. There's not any science behind it, but our oldest boy's name is Cam, and when he was born, I bet every Cam every week. And if you remember this a couple of years ago, Wiley, it actually worked out really well. Like the Cams won. Like it was that, and it was the Open. So the Open, it was like 2-3 years ago. It was during the World Series of Poker was going on. And remember the final 2, it was Cam Young and Cam Smith. And it was my biggest hit of all time because I had him everywhere. I had them both to win. I had them both top 5. And Cam Smith ended up winning that because Cam Young kind of blew it at the end there. So anyways, I'm going with the Cam Horn bet. So you get 3 players. You get Cam Smith at 55-1. And Cam Smith is like the one that I think can do it. He has the talent to do it. You get Cam Young at 170-1, which is kind of dead money. But Cam Young's weird. He's like this guy that will probably never win. And then you get Cam Davis, the ultimate underdog, at 350-1. So you get those, but then you also get them at the top 10, top 20. And then also what's really fun with those to actually like maybe make your money back is get them to make the cut. Like David, you can get Cam Davis at -114 and Cam Young at -146. I think they both make the cut. They're both like pretty solid golfers. I'm actually curious, Wiley, you obviously know all 3. Like, do you think Cam Smith has like a puncher's chance here? Because he doesn't seem that far removed from being like the next big thing, so to speak, it feels like.
The scam triangle you just put together, right? Scam Young, scam Davis.
The horn bet.
That's funny.
No, listen, before Cam Smith retired from golf and went to the LIV Tour, he was my favorite golfer on tour. I don't think there was a guy who had better hands, who was more creative, who was all guts.
Didn't you think, Wiley, that he was going to win like 8 or 9 majors?
Yes,
I
did.
Continue, sorry.
I thought he had the most beautiful putting stroke.
Yeah.
He could recover from any place. He was listen, this course takes creativity and fantastic play around the green. And at the time, Cam Smith, he was unbeatable. He would make shots that would just blow your mind, and he made clutch putts, and he was just so confident. I still think he's got it. I don't know how much, if he has enough to win. I still love Cam Smith. Cam Young's interesting because he is such a high ball hitter. He is really good at taking spin off the ball. He's really good around here because of his length. And for some reason, he just finds magic here. So I don't mind Cam Young. He can drive you insane because he can -8 or +8 by tomorrow.
Thursday. He's such an enigma to me.
Yes. And he's had a kid. He doesn't put the time into golf that he used to, which is bad. He's lost a ton of weight. But, man, he can still deliver. He puts himself in good positions off the tee. It's a 7,600-yard course. I mean, you got to be long. Scam Davis, another Australian sandbelt player, good in the wind, good long iron player, but again, combustible. Did okay last year. I don't mind the Cams. Dead serious.
Can I ask you guys something? What about Matsuyama 30-1? That guy seems like he's in this Masters race every year, and I'm not really a golf guy.
He's probably the best in the world around the green. The best short game player on the planet.
Really? And has to be good value at 30s, right? Like he won it 3 years ago.
And a winner. Problem with him, his driver just goes off the planet.
Gotcha.
No rough here, but you don't want to be in the pine straw and you don't want to be in the tree.
Easy to make doubles if you're way out of position.
The only reason I brought him up, I'm not really into golf, but I noticed like every year only at the Masters, like he's always like right in there in the top 8 and top 5 sometimes, and he
overlooked every year.
Yeah, I mean, and like if I was like doing fantasy, I would definitely put him in, but like it just seems like he's got a chance. I think didn't he win this thing like a couple of years ago?
Yes, he won
4
this
years
thing.
ago, 5 years ago. 30 to 1's good value for sure, Mikey. Hey, Wiley, let's you have any if you have any other general stuff about our comp, that's great. But if you want to give us your picks, I think now is a good time to do that.
Well, you said one of them. I think Scheffler's unbeatable here. I know it's short odds. It's almost unbettable. We talked about a nice parlay with 3 top 10s I like, which I'll talk about these other guys who could win. You can create some decent odds on like a DraftKings sportsbook, no shutout. But with parlaying Scotty Scheffler win with a few guys that are deeper in top 10s, really good, like 200, 300, 400, 1 odds.
Wow.
3 guys that are playing really well. Russell Henley. You want a guy tee to green. Tee to green encompasses all facets of the game: off the tee, approach play, and around the green play. Russell Henley is so balanced in all 3. He's one of the best players on tour. Won at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill, which is top 2 toughest courses on tour. Long, windy. Players hate it because it's so tough. He won. Colin Morikawa, another second. I love Shane Lowry. Not terribly long, but keeps in the middle of the fairway, incredible hands, major winner. And then I also like, I like Corey Connors a lot.
Ooh.
Corey Connors a lot because he keeps the ball in play, great green and regulations, great drive of the ball, loves around here, very sneaky, very good around the green. I'm Canadian. He's Canadian. It's symbiotic there. And, I like Corey Connors a lot.
Could be the second Masters winner who's Canadian.
I don't know.
I mean, he's certainly been like, you look at him like Saturday nights in these majors, and he's been in the lead, just off the lead a bunch, right?
Yeah, because he could put, this is positional golf.
Corey Connor is 66 to 1.
He was 70 to 1. It's 75 to 1. Now he's being bet down. So some sharp money's coming in on him, but I like Corey Connors.
Okay. Cantu. All right. So I think we'll go to Cantu's picks. Anything you give us, Wiley, seems just like a snap bet, but I feel like I just learned something in the sense that I forgot that like I forgot that like I like the parlays, right? The parlays, and I've been very lucky lifetime parlays. So I think Scheffler's either going to be to win this. I don't know, like you watched him the last few months, like I have, and he's the best player in the world for sure. But it's kind of nice.
Let me tell you this, Phil. Scheffler said in an interview with Jason Sobel on Sirius XM. I just saw this from Sobel, that Scheffler's saying, "I am more prepared today than I ever have been for this tournament in my life."
Isn't he coming off an injury though, or no?
Yeah, he cut his hand making ravioli.
But that was a Christmas, Mike.
That was a Christmas injury about that.
Yeah,
which slowed him down. Now. But then last week he finished what, second?
Yep.
What about the guy that got second last year, Aberg? I think his name is.
Well, here, let me go into my picks.
Is he having a good year or no?
Mike, let me ask that, because that's going to be. I'm having 2.
Aberg's 22 to 1. He's on my list too. Go ahead, Cantu.
Yeah, that's who I was going to ask. So I'll just have that be one of mine. Ludwig Aberg. What do you think about him? I just always see his name up there.
Yep.
I'm not an expert on golf, but I watch the majors.
So I have a fundamental category that I use that's just basically through my eye holes that I observe a lot of golf with. It's whether or not you have strokes gained guts. You have a lot of it when you're younger. Look at Spieth, when you got the world by the tail, and then you get sort of this, tarnish on you, and it's tougher in your 30s because you want to get back to where you were when you were younger. Aberg is fearless, absolutely fearless. He is so pure off the tee and long, and with his iron play, he's got the most beautiful swing. It's repetitive. And he won the Genesis at Torrey Pines. Okay, Torrey Pines, extremely long, tough off the tee, tough iron approach game. He went 2 missed cuts recently, but I love Aberg because he's got guts and he is fearless. And he is the one guy, I think, in the field that has no fear going toe-to-toe with Scottie Scheffler.
How about Aberg? How about this for you? I'm gonna pile on your thing. Over under majors won for Aberg, because I think he's a world talent too. And he's, what is he, like 23 now?
Yep.
Wow,
and
he's
like,
only 23.
I bet him once this year. I think he's a world talent. All right, I'm gonna give you a number. Over under 5 majors for Aberg.
The thing is, a golfer I talked to, a pro golfer, I said, what would you want if you had elite talent in one segment of the game, putting, around the green, irons, or driving? And he's like, driving the ball. He's like, look at the world top 5, top 10. They're all incredible drivers with the ball. Look at major winners. They all drive the ball well. You have to at the PGA Championship. You have to at the U.S. Open. You have to at the Masters.
I think DeChambeau fucking drive it the farthest?
He does, but
Mike, let's stick to the. I know you want to.
I
know you want to get. Mike,
I don't know. I don't watch golf. I just know that. That's all.
Mike,
I
we're
know.
going to let you talk a lot
over.
about subjects you do know well, but don't worry, Mike. You don't have to talk 1/5 of the time. We're going to give you a lot of coverage later. But go ahead. You were saying about Aberg.
I'll take the over because
over
he's
5.
such an elite. Yes, because
I watched him. The reason I bet him once this year to win or twice. I haven't made that many golf bets, but I saw him hit a 245-yard 2-iron to like 2 feet, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
And he's fearless. That's the thing. He doesn't like.
I love the fearless golfers.
Yep,
he's a killer.
Yep.
Here's my. Do you have any? Oh, can I get my second pick?
Yeah,
my second pick, I'm going to go outside the box here. Just took third at the Players. Young guy, another 23-year-old. Bhatia, long shot, 75-1.
He's 75-1. There's got to be value there.
I want to ask my guy.
I'm not huge on Akshay. I don't know if it's just a personal thing. I'm just not big on him. He's an anchor putter. He's really slight. I kind of want some guys with some meat on their bones here at the Masters. There's nothing bad against Akshay. I can't define him. I just don't know. He never comes through for me. I don't think he wins the Masters. I just don't think he has the short game to prevail here. I don't love it. I don't love Akshay here.
I like that. I like just hearing. I won't bet it.
Okay, all right.
Do you have any exotic? Real quick question for Wiley. Do you have any like of these fun exotic ones, like top amateur or like any of the fun ones that I like? We're all looking at these ones to win or like finish top 10. But is there any like just a cool one, or even if like will it be a hole in one or anything? Is there anything you like?
No,
sort of
I haven't looked at I haven't looked at those yet, David. Again, I did say I would do a Anchor Scheffler winner with some top 10s from like a Zalatoris, the guys we talked about, the Henleys, the Strakas. I would, even if you round robin them, I would put together bets in there to make a Scheffler number be more worthwhile. I can't bet Scheffler 3-1, 4-1. It's tough. I mean, you'll get that number probably on Sunday. So.
You know where I got really lucky is Scheffler wins the Masters last year, and then after 2 days, and the very next week, he was like 8 shots off the lead, and I got him at like 10-1.
I remember that.
I remember that too.
And I posted it in the chat. I got him at 10-1.
I feel like you won easy on that.
He was 2 shots off the lead after Saturday. He just went so low. And he won that one easily. It was great stuff. Okay.
He got arrested in Kentucky here, just down the street from me. He got arrested by our moronic cops.
Yeah.
And he still almost won the PGA Championship.
That may have cost him that major because he had to deal with all that bullshit, going to jail. It's just a shock to the system. He played great that day, but he did fall apart the next day. All right, guys, we're going to switch subjects just a bit here. Mike, the mouth.
Yeah.
Give us your top 2 picks in any sport. We're now off the Masters, Mike.
I bet 3 NBA games before I went to bed. One of them moved 2 points in my favor. The other one moved 2 points against me. And the other one moved 5 points against me.
Wow.
5.
So, my my number one pick was going against the Lakers today, and it still is. The thing was, I heard they were going to be resting everybody. So they were minus 14 this morning. It's now 9.5. That means that for sure Luka and LeBron are playing. That's the thing with the NBA. When you bet before you go to sleep, you don't know what's going to happen. I did have my number one pick, the Warriors, at 8. They're now 10. And so those are my 2 picks. I took the Warriors minus 8 against the Suns, who completely have given up and are completely out of the running. I thought it was a really good play.
But
was my number one pick.
I have floor seats tomorrow for the Warriors Spurs game. Are you saying they're 8-point favorites and to bet them tomorrow?
No, they're 10.5 now. But there were 8 this morning. So
should people bet it at 10.5?
I think it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you get 10, maybe. The Warriors are going to crush this team. The Suns have completely quit. They've lost 6 straight games by over 15. They haven't been in any game.
Durant just can't play with this lately sprained ankle. He's missed a bunch of games in a row.
Before
it's
Durant
just
went out,
pathetic. They can't even make a playoff push. I hate him more than any athlete. He just
3 in a row,
so bad.
3 or 4 in a row by 15 plus with Durant, and now he's out. They're done. So that was my number one pick. My number 2 pick was OKC laying 14. Now you can lay 9.5. But what the thing is, and that's the thing. I was sure LeBron and I was sure LeBron and Luka weren't going to play today. That's why the line was so much. But unfortunately, they are going to play.
Mike, why don't you give us this podcast might come out after these games started? Unfortunately, so give us a Warriors pick for tomorrow. You say the line's 10.5.
15 minutes from now.
I know this. The Lakers have a. I'm a diehard Laker fan. They got a back-to-back coming up against Dallas and Houston, and that's why I thought they were going to rest everybody. That's why the number was so big. I don't know, man. I just think what the Lakers did was really impressive against the OKC 2 days ago. I don't think the Lakers are going anywhere, but they know that they have to win with 4 games left. They got to win 2. They win 2 of the 4. They get the 3 seed, and I think they're going to win 2 of the 4. That gives us a chance.
Okay. I'll comment. I'll just say this. I'm going to talk about the Warriors anyway. Very interesting to me how I did not think they could beat Denver, right? I mean, they were just exhausted. It was like the sum of all tiredness that they came into that game, and they looked super tired. They beat the Lakers the day before. They looked really tired, and I never bet against the Warriors, and thank God they ended up winning that. But then I thought, wow, there's no way they're going to pull off this game.
I lost 2,000 on that game, I think.
But then I'm thinking I was sure they were going to lose against Houston. I was right. Because they were just so tired. But now I'm thinking that they're going to be fully recovered tomorrow against the Spurs. And I think I'm going to lay the 10.5 in that game.
Tonight against the Suns is the 10.5.
Say it again?
That's tonight against the Suns.
Oh, they play tonight and tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Fuck. All right. Woodley, do you want to comment on Mike's picks? But I don't know. I don't think we should cover any picks from today.
Yeah.
So let's just stop. Let's just stop right now because this podcast is going to come out and people are going to judge us whether we won or lost. So let's just leave that be.
I got my number one pick. I laid 8 today on the Warriors. It's now 10.5. And I also laid 14 with the Lakers.
Thanks,
it's now
Mike.
9.5. So
we can check the fans at home who won't be able to bet this game. We'll see whether you won or lost. Thanks for the pick, Mike. Woodley, give us a pick for tomorrow, Woodley, or anytime.
I'll give you better than that. I'll give you a pick for this weekend. NASCAR's going to Bristol. It's Tuesday, so it's actually a good time to get these numbers, and this will be out later tonight or tomorrow morning.
We have a sports podcast. He picks NASCAR every week. Not one person that watches our podcast probably has ever watched.
I think you're wrong.
A NASCAR race in their life.
That's not true. And
They're
people just like
winners.
things to bet on.
They're winners. They're winners.
I like Woodley's NASCAR picks.
I like
watched like
Woodley's
four
NASCAR.
NASCAR races in my life.
I follow Woodley's NASCAR picks. I like them.
We sit in a group chat with Jay White, who's a driver, and like Mike's in this chat. We had a good debate actually this week about the end of that race because my boy Blaney got like screwed with 2 laps ago. This week is at it's at Bristol. You still get some high numbers before they all get bet down. I'm actually surprised this one's still out there. I like Alex Bowman at 55-1. I love it at 55-1. Bristol's like this crazy track, like so much variance can happen. Like, yeah, obviously like Hamlin, if you're gonna take a favorite, like take Hamlin because he's just been like pulling the rabbit out of his ass lately and he has the best crew and he's all that. But I love Bowman 55-1. And also like you can also get good numbers on like top 10 and top 5, and I would just hammer those and get
we
it while
do
the
a
money's
Twitter
good.
poll. If you ever watch a NASCAR race, I'll take under 10%. We'll give an answer if they have.
Mike,
Probably under 5%. I bet you would do a Twitter poll on Phil's Twitter poll. It'll be under like 5%.
Let's talk about Mike for a second, because on the last podcast, what game was it he flip-flopped and fucked us? Remember, he was like, Duke is going to lose. Duke sucks.
Did. I told you they were going to lose.
Houston's going to do it. And then what does he do an hour before pickoff?
I get it because fucking Texas Mike had $4.2 million on Duke, and he didn't want me going against him. So I bet on him for him. And then they lost, and then they blamed me. They fucking lost, and they blamed fucking me. I mushed them. I mushed them, yet I had every fucking winner in the final fucking 4 and finished 3rd. So fuck you all. Fuck all you mush motherfuckers. I had to lose $2,000. I had to lose $2,000 because our friend needed Duke to win the title for $4.2 million, and they didn't want me going against them. Motherfucker, I told you all I hate Duke. I wish every one of them burned to death. I hate him. I hate fucking Duke.
If you were his real friend, you would have went against him because you knew you would have mushed it, And it's just, Mike, and he's sitting up here saying,
yeah, I mushed everything. It's always my fault. My fault, huh? Who had all the winners in the final 4? Hello,
you had the 1 seed.
Me.
You had the 1 seed.
I had all the winners.
Wow. Mike, you told us to pick. You picked Duke in our stream, and now you say you had every winner.
I went against them last week. I said they suck. They're gonna lose.
No, you picked Duke.
Oh, let's bet.
You picked Duke.
Let's fucking bet. Okay,
I'll tell you what you told us.
I'll bet 10,000 on this stream. I said fucking Duke's gonna lose. And let's go.
On this stream, yes.
Oh, on this stream, yes.
Exactly.
Wait.
And I said Florida's going to win it all. And they did. So fuck you, fuck off, and fucking eat a cock.
You said it on this stream, but then Mike goes and bets Duke. So he goes against the
I told you why. I had a friend that was needed him for $4.2 million. He says, please don't root against me. Please don't root against me. I said, I hate Duke so much.
That was Mike's mistake.
I'll root for Duke for you.
That was
and
Texas
I bet
Mike's
for you.
mistake. He needed you to root against him. He doesn't understand that you're the most unlucky sports bettor on the planet.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Earth.
real unlucky. How'd I do? I had Florida. On both games, they won.
Hey guys, so we have Wiley who has a hard out here in just a few minutes. Do we have any other questions for him, or do you want to give us any other sports things?
I got a bet.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Quick question for Mike though. First, what are your thoughts on Duke?
I fucking hate Duke. That's the only fucking college I hate. When they lost, even though I lost $2,000 on them, I was laughing. I was like, yeah. Fuck you! Eat shit, Duke. You guys deserve what you get. That's what happened. If you bet on 4 fucking freshmen against 4 people that are 23 and older, do you realize Auburn, or not Auburn's team, but Auburn also, but Auburn and Houston, they're fucking, the average age of their fucking teams were almost the same. Auburn's team was literally like a half a year younger than the OKC Thunder. That's a true story.
Mike, he asked you a rhetorical question, but thank you for the long answer.
Right.
Fuck
I will say that I guararantee you've never had a hockey bet on here, but I'm a huge hockey guy.
Oh, yes, we have.
Oh, we've done hockey bets, yeah.
Mike loves hockey. So
huge bug guy. I'm from Toronto area, so I'm a huge Leafs slap. Talk about guys who are completely buried, head in the sand. That's me. But this is the year. This is the year the Leafs do it.
Oh, no. Come on.
Okay, I'll continue on with this because this is the year the Leafs do it. 12-1 right now, Leafs Cup. If you parlay that with Scotty Scheffler, it's 67, 64 to 1.
Wow.
My Leafs. This is
your Leafs. Your Leafs.
48 years on this earth I am. And this is the year we get it done. Just like Tommy Fleetwood winning the match.
You know, they might come out of the East. You know, I think, honestly, I picked.
They play Florida tonight.
Yeah, I actually like Colorado tonight against Vegas. I think it's a good spot for Colorado.
Florida is losing intentionally.
I was going to say, why are they losing? They've lost 5 in a row.
They played Toronto in the first round because they know they can beat us because Brad Marchand hates the Leafs so much. I swear to God that's happening.
I mean, it seems like it. I mean, they led the division all year. Now they're looking at a 3rd place finish. I was wondering what the fuck's going on
Watch if
there.
they lose tonight. If Florida lays down tonight, it's confirmed to me.
All right. I picked, by the way, I picked Dallas to play what was it? Washington in the finals. I really think Dallas is going to win this year. They're really red hot. Then they caught hot. They've been the best team, I think, the last couple of years. They just kind of caught a bad spot. Like they had to play Vegas in round 1 last year.
You guys live in Vegas, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you lucky motherfuckers. You get an expansion team.
I know.
In Vegas. And
the
you
people
win
in
the
Vegas
cup
are so
I get
spoiled.
one.
Yeah.
You spoiled little brats.
They are spoiled. They are so spoiled. It's a joke. Watching the Vegas fans, they think, we're supposed to win every year. I'm like, you guys are living in delusion land. Wait till they don't make the playoffs for like 5 years in a row.
The greatest live sport on earth.
It is. It really is. You know, Vegas has a good team this year. And they're going to win the division. But I reached out to
Negreanu and I said, let's buy a piece of the Golden Knights. You could have got it 1% for $4 million. I'm like, let's split a piece.
He bought a piece and sold it, right?
Now they're worth 1.6 or something. You would be a 4x on the money already. And it would have been so much fun to own a piece and go to those finals games, which were during the World Series of Poker. I know a lot of the players went. Hey, Cantu, what else you got for us? Anything?
That's about it. I just have one more question for Wiley before he goes.
Yep.
I'm just curious. Because I know a few golf handicappers and they do it a little different. And again, if you don't want to share this is fine. Do you do like a modeling? Like when it comes up to like a tournament, I've just been curious how the real smart golf bettors do you do like a modeling when it comes up? The Masters is always the same, but let's just say it's a different course and it's like really long or a lot of short game. Do you model it after like the golfers? It's kind of a weird question. I think you can paralyze yourself with golf data because golf is such a high variance sport in that you can't even predict what you're going to do on an 18-hole round if you golf. These golfers from round to round, 18-hole segment, any of these pro golfers can beat each other. They're that good, right? On a 4-day segment, the better golfers likely will show up, but not necessarily. Some of these not unknowns are still going to win tournaments. Over the course of a larger segment of a year, your best golfers are going to win all the time. Scheffler. At majors, your best golfers are going to win. So yes, I do model it. I'm modeling this week to see he has some of the best iron play, some of the best approach play. But you got to use your head, and you got to use the feel too, right? You got to. You just know the guys who can and cannot win. When they have the lead at a major on Sunday, you just know they're going to crater. I mean, yeah. It's the toughest game in the world, and it's the most individual sport in the world.
It's so interesting, Wiley, what you said at the beginning of this. These interviews are very telling, right? Like, yes. I'll never forget when the Patriots had won, 17 games in a row. And I saw the interviews right before the game, and they were so cocky. I'm like, oh, fuck.
And here's the thing.
They're going to lose for sure.
Here's what it correlates to. It's horse racing. You got Keeneland on right now. We got the Bluegrass Stakes. I don't even know who won, but paddock betting is probably the best way to do it. Don't even look at a program. You can see a horse pre-race and say,
I agree. I've been to those races. I go to that paddock and I watch them going around and you could tell which one's not going to win.
They're burning up energy. They're sweating. They look nervous. Same with golfers. You're like, oh, that guy's not going to do it. He ain't going to do it. You don't have a team to rely on. You can't balance it out. It's on you, dude. So you're right. 100%.
Couple things. First of all, Wiley, thank you. I want to just say this. I just bet the Leafs. I was texting my bookie He gave me 12-1. I bet the Leafs to win. I bet $3,000. I asked him.
Tell knew that.
They ain't winning
Bye-bye.
shit. They're the biggest chokers in the world.
I just asked him
Bye-bye.
what the Scheffler, which is 4-1, what the parlays, and he's already texted me back saying, "I'm looking for you, Phil." So thank you for that bet.
Yep.
Love it. And then, you really can tell in these interviews. I will say something real quick. In 2008, I went to the Derby. I went 5 years in a row, and you rent a limo as big as this fucking room I'm in. And you just they gave us sheriffs, they gave us everything. I felt so cool. Like I felt like a celebrity. This was way back when. And I'll never forget. I'll never forget this, Mike. There were 8 of us there, and we looked down and we started laughing as they brought the horses out, and we had paddock access, but we were in the stands, and we said, that horse will never win. The horse was 54-1, and we all started laughing. That horse won. 54-1. So we couldn't
when
quite
I had
tell.
a dream like last year, like who was going to win the Preakness, and it
Mike's
won.
dreams again.
Mike has
But it won. But I told everybody on the show that it was going to win.
You guys know everything Mike dreams about.
Right?
Seize the Gray won the Preakness, and on my podcast, I said, anybody want to bet Seize the Gray today on the Preakness? I had a dream they won, and like 4 people like on my show said, okay, I'll bet 200 on them.
If Mike's dreams could just get out of this podcast.
And I was during the podcast, dude. They won during the podcast.
It kills me, Mike's dreams.
Anyways,
Wiley has a heart out. If you could just let you go, but
thanks, guys, so much.
Yeah, thanks,
Wiley.
Hey, we'll get into some more. David will tell you about it.
Thank you, Wiley. Hey, Wiley, where do we follow you on social media for some of your picks?
Follow me at Wiley77, WILEY77. I'll give you guys a follow right now. You'll follow me back.
Thanks, Wiley.
Great. Thank you, Wiley.
You guys, thank you.
We should have him back for the Derby too, because he's really, he knows horses. He has that one. Phil knows about Vitamont and all that, and so he knows horses. He's a really good horse handicapper, and I wish I could. I had an opportunity to go to the Derby this year. There's only one problem. Our baby is due to be born that same day, so we'll make it. But we need to do a Derby trip sometime, Phil and Cantu and Mike. I know you don't travel too much.
It's expensive, Woodley, because the rooms are expensive, and we rent the limo. The limo's like $6,000. We have it 24/7 for 4 days.
I'm a little upset about all my fucking line moves. I only got the best of it by 2 points on one, and 2 of my games, one moved 5 points against me, and the other one moved 2 points against me.
Danny, can you mute Mike, please?
Fuck it.
Just please.
You know what?
So this is a great segue.
Mike, we're talking about going to the Kentucky Derby, and you just went off your line
moves. Who cares about the Kentucky fucking Derby?
Here's the great thing about
great segue to our sponsor, EdgeBoost, who's actually doing some stuff at the Derby next month. We're going to be flying some people out there. So if you're a big bettor, hit us up. We'll fly you out to the Derby.
Are we going to get flown out there?
Well, not you, Mike. Not you. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, our sponsor, EdgeBoost. Have you ever had your debit card declined at the worst moment, or maybe your PayPal account gets frozen and suddenly you're out of options for rebuy at a casino? Well, today's sponsor has your back. EdgeBoost is the first ever dedicated bank account for gamblers. That's right, 100% approval for sports betting, daily fantasy sports, casino, sweeps, and the official payment partner of the World Series of Poker. But here's where it gets even better. With the EdgeBoost Visa debit card, you can move up to $250K a day and earn cash back on every deposit. It's no brainer. Start earning today. EdgeBoost.bet. Once again, that's EdgeBoost.bet. And one other cleanup note on that Phil will like is they just struck a deal with Bet Rivers. And I'm going to Philly actually tomorrow to actually test out some of the things that are there. So I'll be at Bet Rivers. I'll be testing out the physical card. I'll show it on the next podcast. It's pretty fancy. And, Phil's face is all over Bet Rivers anyway. So it's EdgeBoost, Phil, all that good stuff. And, but yeah.
All right, guys, what else do we have here this week? I think the Masters is going to be so much fun for me. Go ahead, Cantu.
Yeah. Tomorrow, there's an NBA line out that I like. This is going to be right up Mikey. Mike, we haven't given Mikey enough airtime. He's been a little upset. I'd like to see what he thinks. Tomorrow, I know there could be people are sitting there and pulling players, and I think the Lakers are really going to try to win against the Mavs. We all know about the trade, what's behind the trade. The Lakers are -5 tomorrow against the Mavs.
Yeah,
and I'm going to give you.
They're -5, and the thing was that was my bet. That's why I love going against them tonight. I didn't think they were going to play anybody. The fact that the line moved 5 points means that one of them is playing Luka or LeBron, probably LeBron.
Well, I kind of agree, Mike, with what you said earlier. You were kind of saying, I think the Lakers might throw this game away a little bit against OKC because they do got to win 2 out of 4. Focus tomorrow on beating the Mavs, which they should be able to beat easily. I think they're going to bring all the firepower out tomorrow.
I agree.
And also, our friend Ben gave us, which I hit last time they played, because this is a Luka revenge game. The line is not out yet, but if it's around plus 450-ish when it comes out, I'm going to be firing the Luka triple-double bet. I love the Luka revenge triple-double. He's going to be bringing everything tomorrow. That's my pick.
I mean, I agree. I mean, that's why I went against the Lakers tonight. I saw the line last night at 14.
I like your thinking.
At 14, I knew they had the back-to-back against Dallas, and I just said, okay, they're definitely – I saw on SportsCenter that the Lakers were going to rest everybody because they know how bad they need the game against Dallas. And I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm laying the 14. OKC's pissed. They lost 2 in a row, right? They're going to fucking just stuff it right up the fucking Lakers. And listen, that line right now, which has minus 9.5, I love OKC. Even if Lakers are playing their guys, I love OKC minus 9.5. I laid 14.
I do too. I agree with you on that.
I think they're going to get behind because OKC's coming for fucking blood, and I think the Lakers are just going to quit because they need the Dallas game tomorrow. I agree with you a lot.
Okay, love it. I like that pick.
Me too.
Woodley likes that pick, guys. We're going to end early. I don't think we've ever done a podcast less than an hour, but this was chock full of great master stuff. I'm pretty happy. And so I think I really like everybody's thought processes today. It was really fun to tease Mike. Goodbye, everybody.